I'm Rian Finnegan, I use they, them pronouns, and I am one of the co-owners of Little Loaf Bakeshop.
I'm Colleen Orlando, she, her, and I'm also a co-owner of Little Loaf Bakeshop. I've been baking for a little over 14 years, went to pastry school when I was in my 20s, and have been in the bakery business ever since. We moved here from California in 2020, and I don't know, I just felt like, for me personally in my career, I was ready to do something that was my own, and doing it with my partner was a dream.
One of my first jobs was working in a coffee shop when I was in my teens, and it was a really transformative experience. I was in Northern Virginia at the time, and it was like the first time I ever met queer people or artists or people who were different but like different like me, and I didn't feel so alone, and it was a great experience to finally feel comfortable and see people like me. I saw the work that Colleen was doing at another bakery that she helped to launch in Oakland, California, where we met, and she's incredible baker, incredible leader, and it just felt like, yeah, we met and it was like this click. It was like, okay, like now we can start thinking about what this next step will be. We moved out here, and yeah, it was like all the pieces just kind of fell in place the way that they had to. I mean, to start a business, it's a huge leap, and you never feel quite ready. And so I think just like having the folks around you to encourage you, like we had Stephanie being a huge support for us, but we have a big network of people that support us and encourage us.
So my name is Stephanie Dignan. I go by she, her, they, he, you, and I'm a real estate agent with Compass in Beacon, and I know Colleen and Rian because I am a big fan who was lucky enough to have the chance to open a door for them. So I first saw Colleen and Rian at the Beacon Farmers Market. My partner was there with some adoptable puppies, and I was a pretty regular at the farmers market, so like if there was someone new, I wanted to like sniff them out right away. And not only were they young and cute and queer and fun, but they also had like a vegan pretzel or maybe like one croissant at the time. Mostly regular things and like one or two vegan things. And if there's vegan things, I'm always gonna like try those too. So that was that. And I think it was like the beginning of their time at the farmer's market. At first, I was only like a little invested because they had like one or two vegan things, but the folks themselves were obviously very talented, charismatic, smart, and ambitious.
There are financial barriers to starting a business, even if you're going through a nonprofit, going through the Small Business Association, which is designed in theory to help small businesses. Like you have to have money to get a loan to fund a business. It's like the whole system is broken.
We've had our business for just under 3 years, and we're like, what if people think we don't deserve this? Like, we've only been around for a short period of time. And then we had to go, no, we've worked really hard in that short period of time. We can bring something really great, and that's okay to think about yourself.
It's so fun to think that your friends have a house and the only thing they're here to do is like make their dreams come true and make you happy.
Having a space like this is not something we imagined, but
I knew we'd get here.
Well, I know that this place is more than just a bakery because I know that a couple of years ago when we were all under like a rainy tent at the farmer's market, and I said to them like, have you guys like considered maybe like a brick and mortar? That something was planted or ignited then.
Just see a queer business thriving, to see queer people being happy and experiencing joy and experiencing love. That is, I think, critical right now. We have this space to give to our community, full stop. Queer joy especially, you know, I think right now is is resistance.
Creating a place that is by existence opposition is an exciting thing to be able to go to, and to, on top of that, get like tasty pastries. This is a place where people can convene, where they can feel safe, where they can get together. It's like gay church, we were just saying on like Sunday morning, and that hasn't existed. In my time living in the Hudson Valley, which has been over 10 years now, there has not been what is considered a queer place to commune, ever.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I feel like we live in two worlds. We live in this world that we get to participate in creating, this world that we want to be in. And it feels like this way in here and with like other elements of our community. And then it feels like this other world. And this world feels like the future. This world feels like the future we want and that we can create, that's generative, that's like, you know, a lot of, you know, mutual support. And then the other world just feels like this darkness.
You know, Rian, if I can say this, you know, you are so generous and kind with people that have questions, but I also think it's a pretty exhausting time I can see what you're going through and like witnessing what you're going through. And it's a difficult time to be a trans person. And I don't think that it's necessarily your responsibility to walk other people through that. There's Google, there's the internet. People have access to these things. And if I can ever step in, which I have done recently, I'm more than willing to do that as your partner. You know, you do take on additional responsibility. You can't just say, this is a safe space, bring your full self without putting in the work behind it. Yeah.
And when it comes to veganism, that one's a little easier for us to talk about.
I know. I didn't realize it gets so emotional.
Yeah. People who love great food come in here, enjoy great food. We happen to be vegan. And then once we can sort of break that barrier, like open that door a little bit, then we can have a conversation about like why we're vegan, what our ethics are around that, and why we chose to have a business that is vegan and that uses vegan products. No one wants to feel bad before they even walk in the door, or like they're going to be judged, I guess, about, you know, their eating habits. And that's not what we're here to do either. We're here to show you can have incredible food that happens to be vegan.
We don't want to lecture people. We love having those conversations. Again, it's about harm reduction. We can get someone in here for a meal a week where they're eating vegan. That's one less meal that doesn't involve meat or dairy. And so that's a win for us. And we don't need to say, you know, gotcha. we can just do it.
We really want to make sure that we have like a stable base here and you know, strong roots in the community. And then, I don't know, it feels like we kind of have to take things one day at a time right now and just like take the next right action in terms of, how we want to grow our business in a way that's thoughtful. The goal for us isn't growth at all costs.
When we first started, I said, I really want to use as many local ingredients as we can. Supporting other businesses, supporting other folks is also an important part of our business. We can all prop each other up together, and it doesn't need to be this like contentious competitive thing, because there's enough room for everybody.
With trust comes the community that you're talking about. And the fact is that when you see the lines out the door and things, it's not just that we want to support them in what they're doing, it's that everyone trusts them. Even with something as simple as that it's going to be delicious. So that's cool. I think we live in a world that is tricky and constantly shifting, so to have things that you can depend on means a lot, even if it's just like your local coffee shop. So I know that I'm going to see wild expansion because it's a place that produces light and inspires. I know that I'm going to see it become a haven. I would love to see it be open more, but I know they're getting there. Like, as soon as I saw the hours, I was like, that's not enough. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to see it open at night. I would love to see the lights on and people here, because for one reason or another, this is where they can be for what they need in that moment.
Find your people. Find your people that are going to surround you with like a lot of love and a lot of light and affirm you and love you for the beautiful person you are. And I think being trans and being queer is a gift to this world. And I think it's a threat to the paradigm because of how much we can experience and how much we can hold duality in both. And I think it is a really scary time, and if you are surrounded by these people who can help carry you through in spaces where you feel like you can be you and carry through, then that's what we have to do right now, and we all have to like just come together and be with each other to get through this.
There's the saying, go where it's warm, and go where you feel like there's like a warm hug.
It's a real life dream that we're all like sitting inside of right now, which feels very cool and will every time I come here, because for a long time it was just an idea.